Welcome back to the Color of STEM and our HBCU Getting It Done segment. Barrington Irving not only built his plane himself and made his historic flight, but graduated magna cum laude from Florida Memorial University, a HBCU, at the age of 23. Barrington is getting it done.
Imagine a global journey combined with a cutting-edge digital curriculum that makes science, technology, engineering, and math, STEM, practical and applicable in the lives of students. Record-setting pilot Captain Barrington Irving and his crew launched a 9-week exploration that includes 16 expeditions across North America, Asia, and the South Pacific.
To fly around the world, I really just wanted to inspire other young people out there that come from similar backgrounds. I grew up in the hood in Miami. Had no clue aviation was a real career opportunity until I met an airline pilot. I just wanted to fly around the world to prove a point that it can be done, and being a young black man and pursuing greatness, it can be done in science and math. That's really where it all started for me, and I ended up setting a Guinness World Record for being the youngest person and the first black man to fly solo around the world. Shortly after I was introduced to aviation, in Miami, the Tuskegee Airmen has a chapter. So I was able to meet those great men and be inspired by them. And those guys were really men. You hear stories of how some of them who were captured, they were treated better in prison when they were captured in Germany than coming back to the United States. Those men, they created opportunities for young men like me to be able to live my dreams. I graduated as an aeronautical scientist. I didn't graduate as an educator, but I saw the need. I look at the amount of young people out there from neighborhoods like mine, and they have no clue what it is to be a pilot, or what it is to be an engineer, or what it feels like to make $10,000 in 1 hour. They don't know that you can obtain those things through STEM. They really don't know that. And to be an entrepreneur now, and not just an educator, not just a pilot, anything's possible. What we're doing is we're creating a flying classroom, so a real-life magic school bus with wings. And we're flying to different parts of the world to show kids how math and science is relevant and part of what we do in our everyday lives, whether it's balancing an ecosystem, working with someone that's the bionic chef that lost their limb. Show all of these innovations in technology and show how accessible it is in order to do it. We flew into Alaska and we work with the glacial geochemists, right? To study that glaciers are doing more than just melting. They're releasing microbes, bacteria, and a number of other items back into our environment that was once trapped in frozen glaciers. We traveled to Darwin, Australia, where I've tracked down poisonous cane toads. We've also worked with a number of other scientists and experts in different fields, whether tracking down sea snakes and showing how you can utilize the venom to fight against heart attacks and heart disease. Also, the flying classroom went to the Amazon, a place that is known to be the birthplace of medicine as it relates to deriving medicine from creatures as well as plants. We studied that as well. A lot of our adventures are hosted on a blog. It's a free blog that you can find on flyingclassroom.com/blog. So you see all of our different adventures, the images and video highlights from the adventures, and that's a free resource we make for parents. Leading up to the flying classroom, I've had a chance to do a number of different projects in Miami. And we've done projects where we took 60 kids from failing schools in Miami, had them build an airplane from scratch. Right? We've done projects where we've had kids as young as 8 years old from the inner city build a car faster than a Ferrari 430 Spider. I mean, it's all about presenting and packaging content that kids will care about. When I look at math and science, kids are just bored. And I think if we challenge them more and we did more interesting things with them, that's actually engaging. If you say to a kid, I want you to build an airplane, I want you to build a car, what kid's going to say no? Right? And I think we have to look at that in a way where, what can I do to fire off the neurons in a kid? The same way we sell a cell phone or a t-shirt to a child, we need to have that attitude of what will they care about? I'm a graduate of an HBCU down in Miami, Florida Memorial University. That's where I earned my bachelor's degree in aeronautical science, graduated magna cum laude, received a scholarship with the Air Force, and that's where I got my education, from HBCU. I mean, quite honestly, it was comforting for me to attend an HBCU, to get my aviation training, because I'd be around other young people that are like me, that have similar pursuits. Aviation is no secret. I mean, less than 1% of pilots are black. Less than that are women in total. You know, so it's heavily dominated by white males, and I just wanted to be in more of a empowering environment to get my education.
We'll be back in a moment.